Hi, everyone, and welcome to Community Conversations, a very special edition of this program. I'm Matt Sullivan, Executive Director of LMC Media, joined by our office and bulletin board manager, the wonderful Sharon Latimer Mosley, who is here today to make a special yet sad announcement. Sharon?
Well, I am retiring after 20 years at LMC-TV. And I will be moving on to do some writing and yeah.
That's wonderful, Sharon. And I know this is a huge step for you. It's something that you've had in the works for many years. We've been discussing for many years. And as someone as creative as yourself, I know this is a really exciting chapter in the book of Sharon. But looking forward, actually looking backwards rather, I just want to explore a little bit of the 20-year relationship that you've had with LMC Media, first starting off as a volunteer and then working into your current position. What are some of the favorite memories you have about being here as a member of LMC Media?
Well, I have to say, it's the people. It's the people in the community. I came to LMC TV via Mary Louise Cox. We met at a playwriting reading at the Mamaroneck Public Library. And she leaned over and she asked me, did I want to read do I write poetry and would I like to read some on her show? And I was like, a show? You have a show? And so she invited me, I came. I didn't even know the studio was there. And we used to come to the Mamaroneck Library all the time. We didn't know it was tucked away between the Emmeline and the library. So I came, I read my poetry, and Eric was there.
Which is wonderful, by the way. I've read it, I can attest.
Eric was there and he showed me the camera and he said, we can teach you how to do this. And I was like, what? And so it started from there. I did some volunteering on some shows and I did volunteering on shows and then
Well, you have your own show, right?
Oh,
You've
yes.
had your own shows over
Oh my gosh.
as a host. You've even instructed people in on-air, being an on-air personality and what it means to be in front of the camera, which is no easy feat anytime you step in front, but you've always made it look easy. How have you done that?
Practice. I think that what happens is you have to have your questions ready. And, I usually have 10, which is more than enough to have a discussion about. But it's a practice. It's also a rhythm. There's a rhythm to conversation. So, when there's lulls, you have to bring it back. And so I practiced that. I started As You Are because I wanted people who had disabilities. I'm going to call it that. That's not the political thing to say, but I wanted people with disabilities to show how they overcame their challenges. I wanted people who had children with disabilities to learn about their legal rights. So because I had that idea, I could do it at LMC because, you could just make a show. So that's what I did.
You could be as you are.
Yes. And that's important because I wanted people to come and be as they are.
It's about opening up a door for people. And I think in the time that we've known each other, Sharon, that's one of the truest and most honest personality traits of yours is your general care for others. And that's shown through not only in your position, but really, I think, to the greater community. For 20 years, you've been someone who, when the door opens at LMC, you're the face and the smile that people see. And that was always a warm one to walk into. And I'm not the only one who would say that. So after all of these years, you will be sorely missed. But we know you're not going far. I want to hear a little bit more about your future plans and the fun, exciting things that you have coming up.
Okay, so, oh, I forgot one thing. My daughter, Shannon, did the intro to the animation to my first show, and that's when she was learning animation. I have to say that. And Siobhan also volunteered on my show, who's my other daughter, and did camera. Siobhan, she's my youngest, and she would do nothing over the summer. And I remember you asking, do you think Siobhan would be interested in the summer camp? And I said, I don't know if she's interested. I don't care if she's interested. She'll be there. and so she came, and all of these, I learned things about Siobhan. She's a great storyteller. And she learned how to do television production at LMC, and now she has her associates in television production. And she was equipped to help other people in her class because she already knew how, to set up a camera and do a shoot and do studio production and things like that. So I'm so grateful for her to have that opportunity with you and Dina. And I remember coming to the studio and you had made this robot or something. And I was like, what is going on in here? And I said, well, this is what young people need, to say it's okay to be yourself and express yourself. And so I think that's what happened. And Dina would let them create all kinds of scripts, I'll say. And I'd be like, oh, Dina. And she was like, no, what? It's great. And so I think that encouragement was helpful too. My oldest daughter, Shannon, is a web developer. I think I'm saying that right, and a coder. And she's also a wonderful artist. So she came in and taught I asked if she would teach a class, and she did. So.
And Mike, your husband, was your emotional support, of course.
I don't know about that. Well, yeah.
Don't watch this, Mike.
He's always there for me. He's even there for me for my next journey. So my next journey, I was commissioned to write a short play by the Red Monkey Theater for the Bartow Pell Mansion in the Bronx. And it's my first play. It's like my first paid job as a playwright. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So in April, the show will be performed at the Bartow Pell, and it's written around the mansion itself. So we were charged with putting stories of people who weren't there or were there, and telling their stories. So you get a short tour and then the play.
Very nice.
Yeah, and we're
what is it? Is it a secret what the play is about? Or
oh no, it's called Thread. And so it's about a African-American dressmaker in 1863 and her sailor boyfriend, I'll call him that. And they come to the mansion. He follows her to the mansion, and their love story unfolds. I wanted to tell an African-American love story because I believe that to survive all the horrendous things that happened in the 1860s and before and after, there had to be some love to keep people going and encouraged and being successful. Yeah.
That's great. Well, we very much look forward to seeing this play. And I hope that there's a way that it can be documented, maybe by LMC Media. We'll have to see about that. But I want to wrap things up really by saying how much we as an organization appreciate your commitment, your energy and enthusiasm that you brought to LMC and the greater community for the past 20 years. And it has been an honor and a privilege, Sharon, to work with you alongside you, not only in my ability to call you a coworker, but a friend.
Oh,
and I wish you all the best on this next leg of your journey. I have no doubt it's going to be a wonderful next chapter for you. And on behalf of a very grateful organization, Sharon, all the best and thank you so much.
Thank you. I didn't do all of this by myself. I should just say that, it's a community and a family. I feel like we're a family, and that's what makes working at LMC so great, I think.
I'd agree. Well, again, Sharon, thank you. And thank you for joining us on this special episode of Community Conversations. I'm Matt Sullivan. We'll see you next time.